Okay, so passing the federal budget could be a little bit easier for the government after that Nova Scotia MP, Chris D'Entremont, crossed the floor to the Liberals.
Chris's decision to join the government caucus at this crucial moment for our country is exceptionally valuable and important.
Okay, here to talk more about this floor crossing and its fallout are the CBC's JP Tasker and Kate McKenna, who, like every reporter in Ottawa, has been calling Conservatives all day. I think that's what's going on. So, JP, a budget day of deficits and defections. Walk us through what happened today when the caucus got together.
Yeah, a little over 12 hours after crossing the floors to the Liberals, MP Chris D'Entremont was on hand for a post-budget press conference this morning with the Prime Minister, and it was a chance for reporters to ask him, why are you leaving your party? Why are you leaving a political movement that you've been part of for most of your adult life? And D'Entremont's answer was relatively simple. He said it was Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre. He says he's a red Tory and feels like he doesn't have a home anymore in Poilievre's party. And he also said he is bristling at Poilievre's negative approach to politics. Let's have a listen to what he said.
I wasn't feeling that I was aligned with the ideals of what the leader of the opposition had been talking about. So I've been sort of re-looking at, what my career is bringing and what I can do for my constituency. So over the last little bit, talking to many of my friends in the Liberal Party, as Deputy Speaker, I got to know.
Do you think that this is a problem, what he just said? Let me explain something. When we watch politics in America, you see two parties, Democrats and Republicans. And I don't think that Trump off camera is friends with AOC. And I don't think AOC off camera is friends with JD Vance. I think they genuinely think that each other are retards. Now, factually, can they both be, or can one side be? That's up to you to decide. But in Canada, that's not the case, dude. They don't hate each other. They dislike each other on camera for short amounts of time. And then off camera, they're friends with each other. And like, this is something that I've kind of ignored a little bit when we watch Question Period. Do you know what I'm saying? This is something that you see even with Trudeau. Okay, Pierre would be sitting there and he would be talking to Trudeau like calm, like they'd be like laughing, they're like, oh yeah, what's going on, right? I'm not trying to suggest that like Pierre was buddies with Trudeau, not at all. But he does the same thing with Carney. And like Andrew Scheer will walk over and talk to like Karina Gould, and Andrew Scheer will walk over and talk to Freeland like casually, like they'll laugh. Like you can see it sometimes. You can actually see it. And for this conservative MP, this ex-conservative MP who used to be deputy speaker, which I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, is a bit of a moderate position because your job is to mediate the debate. It's like one of the most powerful positions in Parliament, right? You can like kick people out, you can mute people, you can do whatever. I get that he had that job once upon a time, but he's a conservative. And I'm not suggesting that conservative MPs should fucking hate liberal MPs. I don't think that that's the answer. But in a divisive time like where we are right now, where we're so politically far apart, it's not like the budget was $60 billion and the Conservatives are pushing for like, well, we'd like to see it at $55 billion, but I guess we could settle for 60. It's not like we're close on things, okay? Liberals want to let pedos run loose and Conservatives are like, lock their fucking ass up. Liberals want to let murderers and rapists back out into the streets because why would you discriminate against them? And Conservatives are like, oh, fuck, don't lock them up. Liberals want to take your guns and Conservatives are like, no, we want you to have your guns because that's insane. Liberals want more government. The Conservatives are like, nah, we want less government. That's insane. Liberals want you to rely on them for everything. And the Conservatives are like, no, man, just live your life, go work, invest, and we don't really want to be involved in your life every day. We actually want you to not even really think of us. So right now, the political divide is huge in America and in Canada. It's like a cultural thing. And I think a lot of this shit started around COVID. Like the real division, like the huge division. Ever since then, it's just crazy. That's why you see riots and protests all the time. Okay, so let's take all of that information and let's analyze it and go, okay, the political divide is huge. The culture war is huge. You've got, on one side, indoctrination. They want to teach your kids how to be gay at a young age. They want to teach them that at 2 years old, hey, you know what? If you're born a male, you can just be a female if you want, and you can go and cut your stuff off, and it is what it is, right? It's okay. It's okay. And on the other side, it's supposed to be, fuck no, that's absolutely insane, and we're not going to do that at all. We're going to live and let live and just like stop trying to indoctrinate an entire group of people. This is insane. We know and we understand the political divide is massive. So you would think that if you have this opposing of views, you wouldn't be friends with the enemy, right? Like, I'm not saying that they should walk down the hallways and be like, hey, buddy, fuck you. Like, I don't think that that's necessarily the right approach. Like, you and me can do that. But like, our politicians are supposed to be a little bit more professional, right? Maybe off camera, sure. But man, they're all friends. That's why you hear people in Canada say, oh, uniparty, uniparty, uniparty. And like, what? I can't, what's a uniparty? Never heard of it. But we're seeing it now. Like, this dork just said he's friends with the liberals. I spoke to a lot of my friends with the liberals. I spoke to a lot of my friends with the liberals. How pissed off would you be? Okay, let me just break it down even more because I'm just free flowing right now. How pissed off would you be if Mr. Sunshine Baby, okay, who built these channels and hundreds of thousands of followers, hundreds of millions of views, biggest F Trudeau person on YouTube, okay? How pissed would you be if that was all fake, right? If Trudeau was actually like my uncle, right? And I got to go to the Rideau cottage and like all the F Trudeau stickers, I did not see that coming. So all that was just fake. How pissed would you be if I was on camera? Yeah, Trudeau sucks, dude. Wow. Fuck Trudeau. But then privately, oh, hey, hold on a second. Hey, Uncle Trudeau? Yeah, yo, JT, Justin, I'll be there. Thanks, man. Yeah, send the PJ, send the jet. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye. Hold on a second. Yo, JT, what's up? Oh, Katy Perry's going to join us? Sick. All right, cool, man. Thanks. Okay, bye-bye. How pissed would you be? You'd be like, oh, shit, that was fake as hell. What the hell are we doing watching this dude? Why are we even listening to this guy if he says one thing and does another? Wouldn't you be pissed? So now take that theory. Don't apply it to me because it's not true. I was just using myself as an example. And now look at these guys, because that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on is they're like, yeah, the liberals suck. And then they turn around and they're like, well, actually, I spoke to all my liberal friends, which is 90% of the caucus, and they decided, hey, you know what? It might be a little bit safer over here. It's a bit more of a safe space. That's what this dude just said. Am I hyper focusing on something or am I on to something here? Because I feel like that's a little fucked up. I'm not expecting Pierre to be like running down the halls. If I see Kearney, I'm gonna fuck him up. You know, doing the windmill thing. I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm not expecting that. But at the same time, like, I don't expect them to be friends if they get on camera and they're speaking to a country and their policies that they're trying to push is literal polar opposites of what the liberals are trying to push. I expect a little bit of animosity. Not like UFC cage match, but I also don't expect it to be fake like the WWE. And it's not just this guy. It's not just this guy. Like, he's not the only guy. Okay? I see people saying that he's a traitor. And yes, sure, say those things. Because he did just throw the Conservative Party and the Conservative movement under the bus. But the problem is not just this singular dude, okay? You have to understand It's so many other people. So many other people in the conservatives and in the liberals are buddies. Just like how Chris right here, D'Entremont, is buddies with the, like, it's not just him, it's other people. And I just feel like I'm being lied to right now. And it pisses me off. Because if I found out that Pierre Poilievre was actually good buddies with Justin Trudeau, just like how if you found out that I was somehow good buddies or distant cousins or whatever of Justin Trudeau, and I hung out with him privately on the weekends and we just made fun of the fact that we're making so much money or whatever, right? Like, I think you'd be pissed, just like how I'm pissed about this. Except one of those things is true and one of those things is not. I'm not friends with the liberals. I'm not friends with Justin Trudeau. I don't like them. I don't like him. I don't like the wokeness. I don't like what it's doing to my country. I don't like what it's doing to the future for my kids. So I'm not friends with them. I'm not friends with the liberal politicians, but these people are. And it's weird. It's weird because you and I, it's not just a job. It's our lives. It's a culture war. Like, this shit affects us every single day. And to these people, it's just a job. They just turn it on and off. Okay, it's on. We're rolling. Okay. Yeah, no, the liberals are horrible. What a crazy deficit. This is insane. Cameras are off. We're good. We're private. Hey, yeah. So, JT, you want to come out for lunch? Yeah, bring KP, right? Katy Perry as well. Oh, let's go do some karaoke. Like, I don't know if I'm overreacting here because I'm just talking to myself into a microphone in a small room into a camera, but I feel like this should anger people a little bit.